happy Christmas Eve to most of us. Some of us might be going through something. I'm going to try not to get too emotional here, but this is Christmas Eve when I'm filming this 2025. And yesterday, a lifelong family friend became a Christmas angel. And yes, very, very sweet woman taken away by the cancer. So that's unfortunate. And those things around the holidays, that's holiday stress and pain that we can't control. So when it comes to the holidays being hectic, that's not your fault. And whatever you're going through, I saw this post that said sometimes instead of a merry, jolly holiday, sometimes it's just surviving holiday. And so if you're in that mode, um, all of the well wishes and hopes. And no matter what time of year it is, it always sucks losing a loved one. But when it's close to the holidays or some other special day, a birthday, or like even if it's the person's birthday, uh, an anniversary of some kind or anything, it's always hard. But sometimes, and that's something we can't control, as I said, those things sometimes happen and it sucks when they do. And give me one moment. Okay, but this video is actually about how we're going to be less stressed next year. Two things that we can control, because for things like loved one loss, that's something we can't control. But sometimes we put pressure on ourselves and stress on ourselves during the holidays that we can just let go of. So I'm going to come up with some tips and tricks for myself. I was thinking of ways, what could I do to help myself next year to not feel so drained by the time today actually comes. And I'm actually going to be posting this video multiple times. I'm going to post it late November 2026 today, and in June or July of 2026, maybe July, that Christmas in July thing. But so if you're watching it, you know when it happened. But it's because we get overwhelmed and overwrought with ourselves, and we can get other stuff in. So let's get into that. Tip number 1. Now, this doesn't apply to everyone, that's why I'm starting with it, but it is Christmas cards. Now, I love Christmas cards. I love Peanuts so much. You might be able to tell. But I like to paint and do a little dewy in here and then do a more personalized thing down here. So this is like what the generic card looks like. And then I'll put little personal designs, if somebody has a pet or something, put that in there. But Christmas cards, I did that this year where I was like, you know what, if somebody didn't send me a Christmas card the last couple years, and I've been sending out hundreds of cards for years, I'm not doing that to myself. I'm only sending them to people who have sent me Christmas cards. And I made one exception. And that one exception was because the person who didn't send me a Christmas card last year has sent me a card every year before that. And the reason why he couldn't send me a Christmas card last year or this year is because he's in a nursing home. And he's 100 years old this year. So I went and saw him and gave him his Christmas card. So yeah, I'm going to make an exception for something like that. If somebody got sick or was going through something, like loss of a loved one, and Christmas cards were just not on their agenda, totally understandable. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but that's not everybody, that's not every year. And so it was like, you know what, I'm just going to put in the time and effort to people who put the time and effort into me. And sometimes people are like, well, some people just don't do Christmas cards, but they love getting Christmas cards. Everybody who I send Christmas cards to, when I see them in real life, they're like, I just love getting cards. You were the only one who sent me a card. I just love getting your card. It really feels good to get a card. Yeah, it does. So take the minute to fill out a little note. And because I used to, like, I get these out and I use acrylic paint to paint the background, and then while this is drying, fill out my little note, make a couple little decorations, put Merry Christmas and whatever, and then once this is all dried, then I go through and I make the stem, let it dry, then do the green, then do the Snow White, or whatever little design I'm doing. Some of them get wreaths and some of them get big Christmas present painted on them. Just depends on whatever's on the outside of the card. But that's time and effort on my part, and the fact that I'm not worth you sending out a card to, or even like sending a thank you text about it. It's like I see you in real life passing by the grocery store, and then you tell me how much you love it. Cool. The next thing that I'm going to do to make myself less stressed is I'm going to get some stuff ahead of time. A lot of us, once Christmas is done, we really don't think about Christmas until it's like time. So if you like, in my case, I like this particular stash tea called Christmas in Paris, going to get it ahead of time and put it with the Christmas stuff. That way it just pops up and it's like, the Christmas tea, or whatever thing you like to have and get. So that's another thing. Buying Christmas gifts. Tip number 3, buying Christmas gifts. There is more than Black Friday. There is actually President's Day sales, Easter sales, 4th of July sales, St. Patrick's Day sales. There are some crazy sales that are even better than Cyber Monday and Black Friday throughout the rest of the year. And buying gifts earlier in the year from sites like Etsy or Redbubble, which are good for supporting independent and small artists, but it also, and to give those more personalized, really cool gifts, but you make sure to give yourself enough shipping time, because not everything has Amazon shipping time, and quite frankly, even Amazon has been a little behind. And if you order stuff from certain companies like Swiss Colony Chocolates, their chocolates and their cakes and stuff are really, really good. They're amazing. You have to order them so far in advance before they get to you. I ordered some at the end of November that were supposed to be here. I was given an estimated tracking between the 10th and the 12th, and I had wanted them for a party on the 13th. Today is the 24th of December. Still do not currently have the chocolates I ordered, and I don't know why. But if you get all of that stuff way in advance, and you can go online to do wrapping paper shopping, ribbon shopping, bow shopping, box shopping. You can get all of that stuff ahead of time. Speaking of which, here's like sort of tip number 4 with that. These, they come much more neatly put together when you first order them, but these are specialty gift bags that you can get from QVC. I'm not sponsored, I just really like the bags. But they come in multiple different sizes. So you have these sort of wine bottle level ones. You have some of these little bit wider ones. Some of them are a little bit thinner. And then they keep getting bigger and wider. And some of them, like this one here, are actually huge. These are amazing for awkward gifts that it's hard to find a box for. And let's not underestimate the gift bag. These gift bags, they all have individual designs. They have a pre-done ribbon. So if you have something like, again, a wine bottle, if you want to put lotions and just awkward shaped things, body washes, they go into these really nicely. Or in my current case, if you have a bunch of like animal treats, you stick them in your bag, pull instant ribbon, and you can leave it like this, or it has two, so it looks super, and there you go. It looks done, it looks thoughtful. It's still effort, but it's not, where's the tape? I need to put a ribbon around this. Who used all the bows? And you just got to stick a little name tag on there. And then you're good to go. And again, those weird shaped things, perfect. Another thing I used for a friend was a bath, you know those bath mats that you can lean on in the tub for the tub lovers, for the bath lovers? Something that's just weird oblong shaped. There's a bag for that. And they have cute designs. Look at the paw prints. I was trying to find the paw print, and they have different designs every year. And because of the way that they are, you can reuse these multiple times, and people will keep these bags because they're like, oh, that's such a cute bag. I can use that. And as long as you don't put a sticker on it, you use a different kind of tag, or you put the tag around the ribbon, it just comes off. And there you go. And you save yourself so much time. And again, there's nothing wrong with a cute little gift bag to save yourself. And then the other thing is gift wrap ahead of time. Don't save it all for the last week of Christmas or for Christmas Eve. Because let's face it, Santa and the elves are already super busy. You're not going to get in that line. Okay, you'll be there into next Christmas waiting for the elf line to wrap the gifts. So when you want to DIY it, that's fine. But just do a few every day. And yeah, just like space yourself out. Instead of doing a ton, you can dedicate a time to do it. Put on your favorite Christmas movie or some Christmas music, or maybe something else, and enjoy that gift wrapping process. Like, give yourself the time to do it. Just tell the people in your life, listen, I'm going to be busy for this hour or this hour and a half. Don't come in this room. And you can put up a nice little sign that says gift wrapping in progress. Shoo. But doing it a little bit at a time and incorporating some gift bags will make your wrapping life less stressful, especially if you have been buying gifts all year. You won't feel that pressure of trying to go shopping and wrapping all in the same day, in the same week. And then there's all the other things that have to go on. This next tip is for the people who do all of the decorating at their house. Very mom energy happening here. But recruit, ask people for help. Say, hey, I need help. You're putting up these lights over here this year. I need you to put this garland here. And dedicate. Yeah, just send people out to do things. And it's okay. Now, the caveat to this is, it's not going to be your way. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect for you. If you don't want to delegate, you don't get to complain that no one helps. You can't have it both ways. People are going to put up their decorations, and if you ask for their help, now, of course, like, if you're like, hey, put up the poinsettias and they're upside down in the vase or something, like, obviously you can correct that. But if you're like, I just need this garland just strung right there, as long as it's strung right there, be happy and move on with your life. But yeah, delegate and incorporate other people. I know it's harder if you have like toddlers, the 2-year-old probably can't put up the Christmas lights, but delegate and tell other people to help. Or you can get some friends involved, like, hey, I want to have a house decorating day. Will you guys come over? We'll put on some Christmas music and some wine, and make it into more of a party thing instead of less of an obligation of, oh, I gotta put up lights, I gotta put up decorations. And the other thing is, I know this counters some people's viewpoints, but for the love of peaches, put your stuff up in November. you can put the decorations up in November. The lights specifically put up in November while it's still warm before a lot of snow comes. At least in my area, that's a thing to do. Take advantage of the warm day. If you have a particularly warm day or a couple warm days, put up the lights. You don't have to plug them in, but just put them up so you're not trying to struggle on a ladder in an active snowfall. Also, on the gift giving front, the next tip I can give you is, if I know that everything is expensive. Everything's been too expensive for way too long and it's going to crash and we just need to get that fixed. But we can make it easier on ourselves. If you have a bigger family and you had not yet done this, you can incorporate, okay, we're going to pick names out of a hat, and okay, this family is going to buy for this family, or this person's going to buy for this person. And getting those family gifts, I say this every year, but it's because it matters and some people don't understand. You can get those sets of hot sauces or hot chocolate, ice cream sundae sets. You can get gingerbread making kits. There's all kinds of fun little sets that you can buy that are big family gifts instead of each individual person. It's cute, fun for them. It's cute and fun for them and saves you some time because you're just wrapping one gift and it's just one send out instead of like 4 individual things. And also gift cards for people. Pet care stuff, buying, if you ask them, hey, what kind of food do you feed your dog, cat, bird, whatever, and buy them that will make them very happy for the pet lovers. And it makes it easy on yourself when it comes to gift giving. My next big tip is you don't have to do it all, okay? You don't have to do it all. Instead of going, oh my gosh, I don't have time to watch every Christmas movie, put up every decoration, get every perfect present. You know what? Calm down. Bring it down. Pick 1 or 2 Christmas movies that are absolute have to watch, because maybe this is your movie, but do you really need to see A Christmas Story again? Maybe watch one that you haven't seen in a while. Search out some new ones. But really pick out 1 or 2 Christmas movies that you really absolutely want to catch and want to sit down and focus and watch on. That way you're not pressuring yourself to have to watch the Santa Claus, Elf, Christmas Story, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and just all the things. It's just, you know what? Pick out ones that actually mean something to you, that actually make you feel that Christmas spirit, whatever that is to you, and just focus on maybe getting 1 or 2 of those in instead of trying to watch all of them all of the time. And the big one, the baking, the holiday baking. You know what we can do? Look up some cookie recipes like crackle cookies, gingerbread cookies, and there's a slew of rollout sugar cookie recipes. Just slew. Plethora. Ton. Myriad. Other adjectives that mean a lot of recipes where you can freeze the dough months ahead of time. Yeah, make the dough in November, October or something, stick it in your freezer, and just, you can put it in a Ziploc bag, write on the bag, like crackle cookie, gingerbread cookies, and stick them in there. Look up recipes that you can make ahead of time, leave in the freezer, thaw in the fridge, and then just roll them out and do like the actual baking little decorating part during the Christmas season. Also, another thing is you can get other people involved. Instead of you making 12 batches of cookies and fudge and breads, you can invite people over. Hey, we're having a cookie baking day. That way it's not all you. You get to spend a little time with your friends and family and or children and have a good time with that, and let go. Okay, let go of things not being perfect. If your toddler makes a mess with the flour, guess what? You got to clean the kitchen anyway. It's okay. Just enjoy that moment. Enjoy just being instead of perfection. And again, it's okay to cut back and just tell people, hey, I'm not making this cookie this year. I'm not making this bread this year. I'm not making these muffins, whatever it is. Something that isn't bringing you Christmas joy, even to share it with other people, it just seems like obligatory stress. Don't do it to yourself. Just cut back, relax, and say, okay, I'm only making these cookies, this bread, just whatever thing that you're making. And then you can invite people for a cookie exchange. So, again, instead of one person making 5 batches or 5 dozen cookies or whatever it is, say, hey, everyone, bring in a dozen cookies. We'll each take a couple cookies from each other's thing. We'll have a little cookie exchange. And then everybody gets a variety of cookies, but only having to make 1 or 2 batches of cookies as opposed to like 30. Also, over donating your time and money is also very draining. Pick one dedicated thing that you want to donate to, whether it's your time or money. It could be the Angel Tree for the Salvation Army. It can be to St. Jude's, Shriners, something like that. But just pick one where you're like, okay, I'm going to donate either a substantial amount of time or money, whatever, to this one thing as my holiday charity instead of trying to small sub to do everything. You don't have to do it all. If you want to donate your time to a local soup kitchen or local charity, then that's okay. And I also recommend doing something like that because sharing with someone less fortunate is the meaning of Christmas. It's giving out of love and to make other people happy, to make you happy. But when you spread yourself too thin for everybody else and you don't feel like you're getting anything in return, it's not going to feel like giving love. It's just going to feel like they're sucking your soul. And that's not what the holidays should be. And again, there's stuff we can't control, but those are some things we can control. How much time we spend baking, how much time we spend donating our time and energy and money. It doesn't make you a horrible, greedy, bad person to be more restrained in how much you donate. It doesn't make you less charitable. Because you can't pour from an empty cup. Okay, that's not charity. That's insanity. So take care of yourself and your wallet, and that is still doing, like, give yourself that giving and that love, because sometimes it seems like the people around us maybe don't. Again, that mom energy, that single dad energy, grandma energy, that person who, in focus, if you look around and you're like, wow, there's one person who just does all of it, do something for them. Go, hey, what can I help decorate? What can I put up for you? What can I bake for you to take something off of your plate? Again, it's not always about the gift. Sometimes it's about the time and energy and actual love that we give. And we can give that to others. We can give that to ourselves, because we also deserve to be taken care of. And if you don't always feel like that holly jolly spirit, then it's okay to take time away from that. Watch something or read something that has nothing to do with the holidays. Go and get your nails done in, like, I have mine currently holiday theme, but you know what? If you really just want a nice hot pink, get some nice hot pink. And yeah, that is my tips for making us less stressed. Getting stuff done ahead of time, not being afraid to use some little cheat codes, asking for help, and limiting our spending and making sure that we space everything out. That way we're not feeling rushed and crammed, because from December 1st to December 25th, is about 3 weeks, and usually 2 weeks of it you're still at work, you're still spending 8 to 10 or 12 hours a day still doing regular work things, and you know the laundry still needs to get done. You still gotta mop and sweep your floor. The toilets aren't gonna clean themselves. And then when you have the decorating, the baking, the parties, the charities all piled on top of it, spread it out. Do a limited focus and ask for help. You don't deserve to be stressed during the holidays, because if you are just feeling drained, you're just having that obligation stress, we don't need it. So happy holidays, to the best of your ability, or survive the holidays, whatever is going on with you this year, next year, whatever. I hope these help, and let's be less stressed next year. Bye, my lovely humans.